The New York City draft riots of 1863 were a violent and racially charged episode that unfolded in New York City during the American Civil War. The catalyst for the riots was the implementation of the Enrollment Act of Conscription, passed by the U.S. Congress in March 1863, which authorized a draft to enlist men into the Union Army. The draft allowed individuals to avoid military service by either paying a commutation fee or providing a substitute. Wealthier citizens, who could afford to pay the fee, were able to avoid the draft, leading to resentment among the working-class population. The economic hardships of the time, combined with competition for jobs, fueled resentment. Additionally, racial tensions were exacerbated as Irish immigrants, who made up a significant portion of the city's population, felt threatened by the prospect of freed slaves entering the job market. The draft coincided with a moment of heightened anti-abolitionist sentiment in the city. Many New Yorkers opposed President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, viewing it as a threat to their economic interests and social order. Economic conditions in the city were challenging, with high unemployment and inflation. The working class blamed African Americans for the economic struggles, further fanning the flames of resentment. The violence erupted on July 13, 1863, when the draft lottery took place. Working-class individuals, primarily Irish immigrants, took to the streets in protest. The riots quickly escalated into a full-scale assault on symbols of authority, abolitionists, and the city's black population. Angry mobs roamed the streets, attacking draft offices, homes of prominent abolitionists, and African American neighborhoods. The rioters engaged in arson, looting, and acts of violence. The black population was a primary target of the violence. Rioters attacked African American homes, businesses, and individuals. The colored orphan asylum was burned down, and the black community faced brutal assaults. The city's authorities struggled to control the violence. Eventually, federal troops, many of whom were returning from the Battle of Gettysburg, were dispatched to quell the riots. The military response, combined with rain, helped bring an end to the violence by July 16, 1863. Estimates of casualties vary, but it's believed that hundreds of people were killed, and many more were injured. Numerous buildings were destroyed or damaged during the riots. The New York City draft riots were one of the most severe instances of civil unrest in American history. They underscored the deep-seated social, economic, and racial tensions of the time. The events of 1863 had a lasting impact on the city and revealed the challenges the nation faced in reconciling its differences during a tumultuous period in history.